Hello everyone, very good morning, good afternoon and good evening to all of you. This is your host Vaibhav. In today's session of JForex Indicators Explained, we will be considering a pattern recognition named as Morning Doji Star. So you can make a guess that this is a combination of two different patterns, the Doji candlestick and the Morning Star pattern. If you are familiar with any of this, then it will be easier to understand this pattern, and if even if you are not really familiar with any of the prior formation, it will be still equally easy to understand because I will be doing the job. So let us now head to the J4X 4 to the chart of Euro USD with each candle period defined at hourly. If you want to find this pattern recognition, you can go to the add indicator option, look at this list of pattern recognition, and here amongst all this long list you will come across this morning doji star formation. Here it is. Okay, if you want to do a quick search, simply type in morning, like good morning, and here it comes, the morning doji star. Now these are rare combinations, so I think we will have to search quite a lot, maybe go back in time, and even then I'm not sure where I'm going to find it. Let's keep searching, or else we will change the candlestick period of this chart, and maybe after that we will get lucky. I don't know. Okay, not much luck. So maybe one instance I had spotted while plotting the chart beforehand prior to the starting of the session. I was looking at this formation and how frequently it forms on the chart, and I came across that it is indeed a rare formation. It forms very rarely, so we will have to use this loan example I had found as a representation of this formation. Okay, here it is. Now, if we have to consider this formation, the morning doji star, the middle candle needs to be a doji candle. And if you know what doji means almost one and the same, where the opening and the closing price are nearly the same. The difference between these two prices is very small, so that is representing the equilibrium. These are three candlestick pattern where the first candle needs to have a long body with this decline. The closing price needs to be lower than the opening price. Then the second candle needs to be a doji candle where the opening and the closing price is nearly the same. And then the third candle needs to be a bullish candle with its closing value higher than the opening price. It needs to be significantly higher compared to the opening price. So using this formation, then we get this combination where we have the reversal in place. The prior trend was bearish, and with the middle doji candle, we saw the equilibrium forming on the chart. After that came in the reversal in the form of third candlestick with its rise. So with these three candlesticks happening in succession with each fulfilling a desired criterion, we get the morning doji star. Now this morning doji star is a bullish reversal pattern. It is used to signal the trend reversal from bearish to bullish, and that's why this is named as a morning doji star, because this might be the time to initiate the new trade. So it might be the new morning for a bullish trend, and aptly enough in this case we did saw the bullish reversal for the underlying instrument, the euro usd. So after this formation, we saw the price dipping slightly on the lower side, but from therein it reversed course and went on to rise substantially. Now, since we have only one instance, we can't really be sure if the formation is going to be this effective all the time. That is something which we have to observe, and for that we are going to need multiple formation of these morning doji star. And since this is a rare combination, we are not really going to get too many of these. But still, let's keep searching. Maybe we will come across few of these patterns again, or we can even try changing the instrument. This pattern is only used to initiate the buy trade, or maybe you can use it to close the sell trade. We can't really utilize this formation for any kind of short selling opportunity. To figure out the short selling opportunity, and it seems we are not really fortunate to find it another instance with the Euro USD. Let's try USD JPY and see if we get lucky to spot it. So this is the problem with the, okay, alright, we got it here. I think, let me check. Yes, candlestick, morning doji star. Now in this case, the first candle is bearish. We have its closing value which is lower than the opening price, though it is not significantly lower. Its shadow is quite large, but the body is not that large, but still it is a bearish candle, and maybe because of that it has been included. And then we have this third candle with a significant price rise, and after that the price didn't really go on to change course immediately. It dipped again slightly from these levels of around 128.5. The price dipped towards 128.4, and then came this reversal of almost 20-25 pips. So this time around also the pattern seems to be working. Let us find another instance. This formation is logical, and as is the case with any other indicator or formation, it is not expected to work all the time, but it can always be utilized to look for the fresh entries along with the other factors. You can always pay attention to additional data points and then make your decision based on multiple data points, price formation, further confirmation. So all kinds of factors can be taken into consideration. Okay, we got another instance here. So in this case also, the first candle is bearish. We have this large body with this closing value significantly lower than the opening price. Then came in this doji candle, the middle candle. Second candle needs to be a doji candle, and then the third candle with this price rise with closing value significantly higher than the opening price. And here also we haven't really seen any straightaway reversal. Again the price dipped somewhat to the lower side, and then after eventual decline came in this rise, but it was not that significant. It simply remained sideways, and after some time the price dipped on the lower side. So this is something which we have to keep in mind, that we always have to look for the optimization of the profit and minimization of the loss. So if we happen to get it right, we should be making a lot of money. If we happen to get it wrong, we should be losing least amount of money. That is the whole purpose of this formation. Now let us consider this prior candle formation only, and see what we can do in terms of editing. Okay, so there is this variation of the input. We can reduce or increase. There's nothing combination. I'm not really sure what it means. Maybe it is the cluster of candles which is needs to be taken into consideration, because on the classical scale we simply have to consider three candles, the successive candles, in which the first candle needs to be bearish with the closing value lower than the opening price. Then the second candle with its doji formation, the opening and the closing price is nearly the same. Then comes in the third candle with closing value significantly higher than the opening price. So I don't really think this combination is going to be impacted by varying the input price much. Then coming to the output, we can always go for a different color combination. Suppose if you like it to keep it more brighter, you can go for that. You can even have these two styling combination. The bracketing and full shading of the candle is possible. I would keep it as a bracket. If you think this is too prominent, you can lower the opaqueness and increase the transparency. So at 50%, it is still quite prominent as we are using white color. Coming to the advanced editing option. Now, if you want to have this recalculate on new candle only, it is not going to cast much of an impact as this formation is going to shape up on the chart only after the closing of this third candle, which is the integral part of this formation. This is a three candle formation. Highlight the time period zone. So three candle, this candle period will be highlighted. Since there is a black theme, it is not looking that prominent on the chart. Show indicator on all the periods. Suppose if you want to have it available whenever you change the chart, you can have it, else you will have to specify on which candle period you want it. Suppose if you want it on 5 minutes and hourly, you can have it like this also. So you can have multiple indicators plotted on the different time frames. Since this is a rare formation, it will take a lot of time if I were to go searching on each candle period to just show you the example of how it works. But if you have seen earlier videos of this series, you might be aware of how these formations, this custom combination works. Base period of 4 hours is also not going to cast much of an impact on the plotting of this formation. So I will keep it as it is. So that's all from my side for today's session. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, do write to me in the feedback and I would be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Thank you all for joining in. For further coverage of the market developments, do check out the Dukascopy Analytics page. We are also available on the Facebook, so you can reach out to us there too for trying out this newly released trading platform. The link has been included in the bio. So give it a try and let me know how it works out for you. Thank you all for joining in. See you next time around. Till then.